Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of April 26th through May 2nd. And during that time, we have a waxing gibbous moon for the entire week. And waxing gibbous is about us really working on those things that we started during the new moon and showing that we can also be very flexible, make adjustments where needed, but mainly stay buckled down and working on things this week and staying focused. So keep that in mind. We then have the full moon, of course, that comes up on May 2nd. That energy may last for a day for some of you or a few days, like it does for me. I can feel it approaching. I feel the full moon. I feel it on the day of the full moon and even after. Some people end up feeling a little snappy and irritable or overwhelmed and a little anxious. I'm just the opposite. I just feel like I'm full of energy. I get so many things done. My mood is amazing. I love the light of the full moon. So, if you're on the negative side of it, make sure that you're practicing patience and calm. And if you're on that positive side of it, make sure that you're doing something productive and having fun and enjoying yourself, but also getting something done. So keep those moon energies in mind, of course, as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Taurus. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is the answers you need are coming. So, maybe it is a time to practice that patience because the answers are coming, Taurus. As I'm shuffling, my fun weekly reminder this week is that you try to take the time to learn something new. We've got all this energy and we're making adjustments and working on things, but it is a good energy for trying to learn something new. So oftentimes as adults, I know I feel like I learn something new every day, but to really focus and deep dive on something, I have to kind of, shut the door, block everyone out, just put the timeout sheet, make sure that I can get that time to just not be disturbed and read and focus and think, maybe listen to a lecture, read a book, whatever that might be for you, but take time to just learn something new, something you've had some interest in, maybe in the recent past, and say, this could be like a historical event. Like, I don't know about this thing that happened in the Middle Ages. I'm going to go learn all about it. So just take the time to learn something new this week. It's a fun thing to do, and we often forget to do it as adults. So all right, let's get into this reading. Taurus, April 26th through May 2nd. And the answers you need are coming. Your present energy right now, well, the answers you need are coming, but not quite yet. So this is no decision until you think it through. So you're kind of sitting in that Two of Swords energy right now where, you're trying to think through and make decisions, but maybe you don't have quite all of the information yet. But the answers you need are coming. Sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes it's you have decisions that come up, and it is hard to make certain decisions. And I guess my comment on this would be like, who are you pleasing? So, and that can be, that circle starts with you. Are you pleasing yourself with this decision? Maybe you're including your partner, your family, the people closest to you. If it's a decision involving work, there's things that you're juggling there. If it, so that circle starts to kind of go out. But my advice there is also that you can't please everyone. So you do what you have to do for yourself. That's where it starts. And your kind of immediate close circle. So indecision mode here. Your current situation right now is 4 of Wands, which this is very funny to me for a reason, but this is about weddings and parties. And are you making some decisions about planning a wedding and planning a big party? It very well could be. In fact, I know a Taurus exactly that this is their situation right now. So that's why I kind of laughed a little bit like, yeah, of course, there's a lot of decisions to be made. Again, you can't please everybody. Do you do the thing that makes you happy? But, is this your situation? Of course, anytime, leave me a comment down below if something resonates with you. But it looks like for some of you, it is. You're planning some event, you're planning some party. For some of you, it could be a wedding. For some of you, it could be something at work that is a big event. You could be planning a birthday party, any kind of celebration like that, but you're trying to make decisions about that. And you are thinking things through before you kind of make big decisions. So totally makes sense. At the root of your situation is another 4. So 44, one angel number that is common to me. I see it all the time in so many different forms. I see 44, 444, 444, all the fours. So I love when fours come up. The root of this is a little bit of rest and meditation. And maybe this is just your mind. This is the universe saying, look, slow down, just be calm and think about what it is that you want. That's okay. Again, you're not going to please everybody, but you're going to start by pleasing yourself. But take a little time to just slow down and really think things. I mean, I'm real big on, writing down pros and cons and this and that. So make sure you're putting things, pen to paper and making notes and lists and things and just keeping yourself organized. But take the time. At the root of this is taking a little time to rest and meditate as you're going through all of this, right? In your recent past is the Hierophant. So you might have sought out some sort of guidance about this. You might be talking to others and how did you plan your thing when you did this thing? And that's fine. So now all that guidance and all that information is kind of swirling and you're thinking about it. And again, it can be hard to organize. So make sure that you're taking the time to really decide, what is it that you want? Again, the people closest to you, that's the people that, and again, you can't please everybody, but that's where your happiness lies, right? On your mind this week is the King of Swords. So there's going to be some things that come in that are just very logical, where your logic is going to kick in. It's like, well, this is logical that this happened and this happened and this happened in this order, and the logic just starts to kick in, and you just start making the most logical decisions, right? Um, and again, this could be just about the information. It's hard to make a decision sometimes when you are overloaded with a lot of information, a lot of opinions, all of those things coming in. But you just need to kind of quiet the world, quiet your mind, and let those things come to you. Kind of quiet your mind and envision, how do you see this event happening? um, and then make those decisions as they come to you. What is just ahead of you this week is the Three of Swords. So this could be some sort of disappointment. There might be something that maybe, well, I wanted to hire for this birthday party, I wanted a juggler that could stand on their head and juggle shot glasses full of liquor. And that person's not available, So it could be something as simple as that. It could just be that something falls through a little bit. That I know this goes through a heart, but I also see this because it's sword energy. It's about communication. It's about things in the mind. So there might be something that you kind of had your heart set on. You're a little disappointed because that's not going to really work out. It's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Whatever things work out for you, I'm sure in the end it is going to be fine. So don't let those little disappointments get you so down that you're so focused on them that you can't focus on, again, the bigger event, the bigger picture of everything going on. In your advice position here is the Page of Wands. So this is about nurturing something that is new to you. This is a new path. You've never done this before. If you've never planned a wedding before, if you've never planned this kind of birthday party before, it's new for you. And so kind of enjoy the process. Is in the advice position is, don't let it become so stressful that it's not even fun, that your heart is breaking because you can't get the birthday cake that you want. So make sure that you're enjoying the process, because that's really what anything is the process of doing the thing. The event's going to come and go, but really enjoy the process, enjoy the people around you and the process of the thing that you're trying to accomplish there. What is beyond your control this week is that you will come together with some others. This could be with friends, family members. Two of Cups, you'll come together in partnership, probably to help you make some of these decisions or start to narrow some things down for yourself. Also, I will say that now we have 4 4 and also 2 2 for you to look up as angel numbers this week. We'll see if those get added to, but a couple of angel numbers coming in for you, and it's beyond your control that other people are arriving to help you. This could even be your partner. This could be a friend of yours to help you kind of narrow these decisions down. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Page of Pentacles is your secret desire, which is kind of new financial opportunity. This is a new path when it comes to material things. So, is that what you want, or are you kind of trying to avoid that? That'll be a big question for you this week. I think new paths in anything are a good idea. So if it is Pentacles, this is just a new development that comes up with maybe money or a material thing, but you're kind of just, it would be accepting that that's what the thing is, right? It might that you're a little bit lucky in something. That something, maybe you save money on something. Maybe you contact the birthday cake maker and they're like, "Oh, that's great because the week of your party, our cakes are half off that week." So there's some sort of surprise like that. So is that your secret desire, or are you trying to avoid that? I mean, I think keep a positive mind because that could be in the cards for you if you're paying attention to it. In your outcome, Taurus, is the Tower. So this could be some sort of disruption that you have this week, and that might be lead to this heartbreak. It could be that, maybe it could be anything. Again, it's a birthday party. Maybe you find out that that the person whose birthday party you're trying to plan can't be there that day, and you have to kind of rearrange and change things around. Some sort of disruption or something is going to go on. It's almost just a pathway, it's a delay, it's something that gets in your path that it kind of keeps things going. It's just an obstacle and it's just something for you to manage. Again, we're going to enjoy the process. So as these obstacles arise and as things come up that don't work out, maybe it is your lesson to learn how to get over that and go, okay, that didn't work out. Plan B is coming into effect. Maybe plan B is actually better. So, take all of those things in stride. The things that don't seem to work out for you, I'm sure there's some reason. And again, when you get to the final big picture, I'm sure everything will be just fine. In your outcome position here is the Knight of Wands. So this is passionate, action on kind of a passionate front. So I feel like you're kind of, the rest of the reading is kind of, you're kind of flatline, but you're managing issues, right? You're managing problem, and that's fine. Make sure you're nurturing this passion here. There may not quite be passionate action, like, and I think with this rest and meditation card, once again, make sure that you're doing the thing that you really want to do, again, for this party, for this wedding, for whatever it is that you're planning. Make sure it's for you. Make sure that you're the person you're trying to please, you and maybe your partner if it is a wedding. So because the passion is kind of hidden, so make sure the excitement and the fun is there in the planning process as well. All right, Taurus, let's get you a final message. And don't forget also, your overall was the answers you need are coming. So things are coming. This is a process. Tarot card readings are for a week, but life certainly isn't. So this is something that I'm sure is ongoing and should be and will be ongoing for you. But answers are coming, and just let kind of things happen as they happen and enjoy the process of it. All right, let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Express your joy. Okay, so be excited when something's happened, and be excited when something comes in, something doesn't work out, but the next thing comes in and you're like, "Oh, I didn't even think of doing it that way. Perfect. Let's do it." All right, what do you need to do in the way of self-care this week? Self-care for Taurus this week, as they're learning how to maybe be a little less stubborn. Taurus, you guys can be a little bit stubborn about things. The card for you is the card called Truth. Truth is different at different levels of consciousness. Reserve, judgment. Truth is different at different levels of consciousness. I've noticed that with people that I've encountered. Some people are more aware of things that are going on than others, and that's okay. Express your joy, get excited about this thing that's coming up for you. It looks like you're going to use some logic. You're probably going to use that logic and reasoning, all that sword energy to get over things that just aren't going to quite work out the way you thought. And that's okay. That's okay. I think in the end, we get to a place where it's happy and fun. So remember to look up angel number 44. And also, was it 22 that we had? 22. Look up those angel numbers and see if they help you with whatever situation, whatever you're trying to plan here. Whatever that is, see what that means for you. So Taurus, good luck with all of this. I wish you the best of luck. Of course, leave me a comment if there's something, if you have a question, or if any of this is resonating with you. I of course would be curious to know. Also, if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe really helps me, and I appreciate that so much, and thank you in advance for doing that. So thanks again. Good luck with this, and I will see you next week, Taurus. Bye-bye.